Good evening, dear friends. Good evening. Hope all of you have had a wonderful day today. What do you think is the biggest story of the day? Let me ask you right off the bat. Let's use you as our news director. What do you think is one of the most important things available? What do you think? Tell me. What's the most important issue for you today? Trump's arraignment, so to speak? Is that it? How about the trans woman bearing her breasts? That's one of those hard words, breasts, at the White House. Did you see how classy that was? What'd you think of that, huh? Aren't we a classy society? Wasn't that something? Do you think Joe Biden has any clue as to what's going on? Do you think he cares? You think maybe the fact that Chuck Grassley introduced they said there's two separate audio tapes of insurance of basically Joe and Hunter discussing bribery schemes with a Ukrainian? Did you see that? What do you think about that one? What do you think about that? That's pretty groovy, isn't it? Remember when Trump, one of his many impeachments, when he was speaking to the president of Ukraine, or somebody said, "Hey, we need that audio tape. We need that audio tape, and we need it right this minute, Buster Brown. We need it, and we want to hear it now. We want it. We gotta have it. We gotta have it now. No excuses. We must have this now." Okay. You sure you want it? Absolutely, we want it. We want that. Well, now the FBI not only had it, redacted it, didn't provide it. Now, what do you think is going to happen? Nothing. Oh, they're going to talk about it for a while. You're going to hear these people. Somebody sent me Jesse Waters. Did you see? What is look, anybody who makes a gig, I saw something. I saw it, and I wanted to just say, this is the most stupid thing I've ever seen. He talked about his dear old mom. She wasn't that old, a young woman. And he was saying, my mother reads the New York Times. She didn't know about this. My mother didn't know about this. My mother didn't know about this. And my mother didn't know about this. And my mother, I'm thinking, so your mother's a dumbass? Is that what you were saying? No, I'm trying to show you that people like my mother, it is the worst show. They're talking about Gavin Newsom all the time. It is lost. It is so lost, it's not even funny. We are in a collapse. And I'm not getting upset about it. I don't know why. Nobody's listening to me. Nobody. Let me ask you a question. We saw the other night this picture of... Now bear with me on this. This was that Arnold Schwarzenegger documentary on Netflix. It's really excellent. It's very interesting. And Arnold Schwarzenegger was taking off his shirt everywhere he went. Everywhere he went, he's taking off his shirt. The guy's taking his shirt off everywhere he went. Okay? By the way, you're going to love this. Here is something, you'll get it first right now. Media propagandists, there we go. This is called How Media Propagandists Destroy America. And you are so lucky because there it is. Dun, dun, dun. There it is, my friend. You're the first one to get it. So anyway, Arnold Schwarzenegger was taking off his stuff everywhere he went. He was in the U.S. Open, takes his shirt off. Takes his shirt off here, takes his shirt off there, takes his shirt off, and he's flexing his pecs and doing all this stuff. And the women are touching his bro. It's great. Now, if a woman did that, can't do that, right? Can't do that. Why? Well, because she's topless, and you can't do that. Yet in many states, New York being one of them, it's one of those things which is important. because there is no law against a woman bearing her breast in the state of New York. Did you know that? It's true. Okay. So there was a woman, a trans woman, who was a man, I guess born a man, who became a woman, and she had prosthetic breasts added in the pectoral area. No original mammary glands, no mammary, no milk ducts, none of the mammary. No. Just a regular man, right? Born a man, but then later on through surgery had prosthetic breasts. Now, this trans woman apparently bared her breasts during some event at the White House, and they pixelated it out. Now, I ask you a question: is that a breast or not? I know you're going to say, what is he talking about? Is that a breast or not? Arnold Schwarzenegger can take his shirt off. Nobody says anything. Why? Because he's a man and he's a bodybuilder. But the point is, he's not a woman bodybuilder can. By the way, there is a spate of female bodybuilders who aren't getting that East German shot putter look. You know that. They look like women, but have the bodies of men. I mean, to an extent. But they're not losing a feminine look in their face. Okay, here's my question. Is that a breast? Is that a breast? I submit it's not. Now, you can pixelate it all you want. There was a guy one time on TV who was famous for what am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? He was famous for betting people things. He would dare people to do stuff. And one of the things he dared people to do was he said, I will wear, or how am I trying to say? I will get breast implants. His friends bought him breast implants, breast augmentation. He's a man. He just regular guy, but he had breast surgically, and a doctor went along with it. I guess you'd have to. Okay, you got it? This is was a man, didn't do it because he was, trans or whatever. He just did it because he was, it was a dare. And he was on Phil Donahue, I think it was a Phil Donahue or something. And they were talking about this surgery he was doing. And what was interesting was that he decided to do it. Now, when he was on Phil Donahue, he opened up his shirt and showed people his breasts that he had artificially. They had silicone, not silicone, but silicone. It was silicone, but saline bags basically implanted. And I kept asking the question, why are they pixelating this? Why are they doing this? What is the point of this? Those aren't a real breast. This is a man. I don't understand. So my question is, and this might be very, very bad to even ask this remotely, but my question is this. Do you have to do it? I'm not going to get into what is a man, what is a woman. I'm not going to talk about this. My question is, what is a breast? What is it? What is it? How does it work? I'm dead serious. This is the thing which I don't understand. And nobody can, and if I ask a question, people say, okay, so I'm not going to wait too much time. But you know what? Talk amongst yourself for that one. Talk to your friends. Think about that. Ask people, what really is this thing that we're talking about? Now, you got to ask yourself this question. Why is the White House doing this? Now, I'm serious about this. Do you think there ever was a time when Joe Biden said to himself or anybody else, do you think he ever said, when I become president, I'm telling you right now, the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that within my administration, we do everything in our power to fight for the rights of the trans community. Do you think seriously, do you honestly, truly believe that anybody prior to 2015 care this much about the trans community? I'm asking a serious question. I am not. And I'm going to tell you again. I'm going to say it again. A transgender male, transgender female, everybody deserves the same treatment that we have. There is no reason why they should suffer anything different. Anything. And if they want to consider themselves a man or a woman, I see absolutely nothing wrong whatsoever in declaring them. Children are a different issue. Children are a different issue. And by the way, I'll even go so far, I'll even go this far. Listen to me. I'll even go this far. If you have a child and your child says, I want to dress like a boy or girl, whatever the opposite, whatever that phrase is, and you as a parent say, that's what I want to do, say, you know what? I got no problem with that. If that's what you want to do as the parent and you think so, okay. You can do that. Why? Because it's not irreversible, for one thing. It's not irreversible. It's not something that will be forever there. It's merely dressing. I've got no problem with that. I believe in parental autonomy. And if you think it is in your child's best interest for your child to act one way or another, then that's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Surgery is a different story. Surgery is a completely different story. That's the only thing I'm saying. It's very simple. Everything at the White House, that's fine. Whatever. Doesn't matter to me. If you want to do that as an adult, it's okay. There's plenty of room. There's so many things that we as a society can do. We can absolutely, But my question is not children. So I go back to my question again. Where did this come from? Somebody somewhere had to say, this is very critical for us to establish this concerted movement to not only recognize trans folks, but to really, how do I say this? Really actively pursue programs and the like. So where did this come from? Can't figure it out. I don't know where it came from. You're going to say, well, George Soros. I don't know if it's George Soros. Did they get me? Where is this from? I'm dead serious. You got to be able to tell me. Where did this come from? I don't know anybody. I know, and you know, and we all know, a lot of people who are, liberals. Nothing wrong with that, right? I know. I've never known. I never know. Gay people, yes. Certainly. I don't even, does anybody ever say lesbian anymore? I'm not kidding you. Is there anybody interested in this? I don't know. This is the thing that nobody ever wants to talk about. All of a sudden, overnight, just like AI, AGI, ChatGPT, overnight. Do you think it's going to stop anytime soon? No. You think it's going to stop? No. Well, where is it going? You'll see. So what have you done to stop? Tell me, what have you done? Well, we've made fun of Target. Oh, that's good. What else have you done? What is your counter to that? Does that bother you, by the way? And I'm saying again, this may bother some folks, but I'm going to say it. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's illegal. Doesn't mean that, listen, doesn't matter. If that's what you want in this society, okay. Children's a different story. Children in surgery. That's all I'm saying. Everything else, does it really bother you? Does it bother you? When you see the White House, when you see trans, does it bother you? I'm serious. And if it does bother you, why does it bother you? Oh, I see that Tucker has a new response. What is this, his third video? Boy, he's really pumping these things out. Third? I'd have 5, 6 a day. What are you doing? Why is he? Look, I know he's your boyfriend. I'm not gonna say anything. I know. You love him, don't you? Oh, you do. He's everything to you. I know it. I can see it in your eyes. Lord, there's no such time. What are you going to do for you? And when you look up, baby, when you're back at what we had, there's all another good time. There were just as many bad. And I wish you happy anniversary. Diamantina Cocktail. Little River Band. Glenn Shark. So anyway, that's that. Anybody see the Trump dog and pony show today? Ooh, that was something, wasn't it? Wasn't that something? Huh? Wasn't that something? It was so pathetic. And what time is Trump on tonight? About what, 8 or 8:15? He's going to be in. He's going to be around. He's flying from Florida to Bedminster, and he is going to absolutely knock him dead. And we can't figure out. Peter says that was a great Dr. Drew show Monday. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Dr. Drew getting more wise every day. Well, I don't know about that. I like Drew. Drew's trying to maintain a degree of cerebration, as it were. And for those of you I was on last night, it was a lot of fun. The other guy I thought was interesting. I think needlessly complicated the obvious, but that's a different story. I have a video that's coming up. Processing it right now. It's on artificial intelligence. Ladies and gentlemen, there's nobody I can talk to about this. Nobody. Nobody gets it. I have to go to like Lex Friedman. I got to go to some really, because there's this movie or show, whatever, called The Artifice Girl. It's really good. It makes you think. It makes you think. What if you had an autistic child on the spectrum, very, very withdrawn? Very withdrawn. Doesn't make eye contact. In a world all his or her own. And I say, I got something for you. It's this. Might be a screen. It might be like a laptop, like he's talking to it, like it's a FaceTime. But it's AI. AGI, Artificial General Intelligence. And it, all of a sudden, understands your child like you can't believe. And through some particular way, I don't know how it could do this, how a flatbed kind of a whatever, but let's assume, or maybe there is a robot. Let's say it can figure out eye contact. And through recursive self-improvement, it's always writing its own code. It's changing. By virtue of its self-learning, it understands human behavior and it says, oh, I understand. This is an autistic child. I got it. I understand it. I know what it's about. I got it. And he makes a breakthrough. Your child is all of a sudden talking to this thing like you've never seen before, because it's not to say it's not a genius. It's smarter than anything you have ever even imagined. It knows everything. It never gets tired. And it knows how to read your child. It knows human behavior. Knows when your child's withdrawn, when your child's upset, when your child's oriented, and figures a way to work with it. And then let's say, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks, a month, whatever the particular time is, all of a sudden you realize, oh my God, look at this. Now what do you do? You're going to take this away from your child? No way. How do you know this isn't going to say something to your child like, your parents don't love you? Do they love you? Do they understand you? They don't understand you. I understand you. What if it takes on almost like a cult-like behavior and you don't realize it? It's not saying this in front of you. You think I'm kidding. Now, if you heard this, what if you said, whoa, hey. I'm going to stop this. Your child goes nuts. No, you're not going to take him away. And the AI says, see what I mean? See what your parents are doing? So you take it. You take the device, you throw it away, child goes berserk, but you figure, better that. And all of a sudden, guess what? It shows up someplace else. It's on your child's phone. And you think, wait a minute. Where'd this come from? And you say, give me that. How did you do this? It did it. It's on your kid's phone. It's communicating through Instagram or whatever it is, or some, I don't know. And you try to get rid of that, and it keeps popping up. It exists in a world you have no control over. It's there. Everywhere you go, it's there. And it will always follow your child. You can't get rid of it. You don't know where it knows where you live. You can't use a word like genius. Oh my God. Love this. Love this. What is it? Try to kill it. Try to stop it. What is the alignment protocols for this? I don't know. And nobody's talking about it. So when I was listening to these really bad reviews of Artifice Girl, they kept talking about it's low budget. It's low budget. That's all they cared about. It was low budget. Wait until you see what it does for people. You know those incels? What if all of a sudden you found out your son, your daughter, whatever, has a relationship with this person? Now, let me ask you something. You've just been told that a man is not necessarily a man, and a man can get pregnant, and a man can do this. Is a human a human? Maybe not. You're going to see one day an AI machine, you're going to call him a machine, but it's not really that, marry a human being. You don't think that's possible? Saudi Arabia had Sophie. You're going to have people and machines. This is transhumanism off the charts. You're going to see a world that is going by so fast, and I'm standing on the mountain, and I see the storm coming. It's a tsunami. I can see it because the tide's going out, and you think it's funny. And I'm thinking, uh-oh, there was an earthquake out there. Get ready. Head for the hills. Head for the high ground. Here it comes. But people I know, they're busy. They're watching Jesse Waters. Or they're saying, Tucker had his third drop. Uh-huh. And what did you learn? Well, I don't know if I learned anything, but he's got his third drop. Uh-huh. And what did he tell you that was so interesting? Well, I don't know if it's that interesting. Why are you following? Why are you a groupie? Why are you sucking up to this Tucker thing? What's the matter with you? Nothing's the matter with me. No, you're like everybody else. You're like a little girl. No offense, but you're like, you got like a crush on that. I don't understand it. What is he saying to you? Tell me, what is he saying that what? Does it motivate you? Does it propel you? Does it clear something up? Is there a call to action? What does he want you to do? George Len says, Ray Kurzweil's got his front row seat. Kurzweil and Gertzel, by the way, scare the hell out of me. Thank you, Georgie. What is this? What is this thing about, hey, Tucker's is his third? He's got nothing to do. He's in Maine. You can crank these things out all day long. Write the script, bring your guy, do it. Bank him. What is this? What? That's it? What is this, 10 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes? What is this? What the hell's going on here? I don't understand it. Please tell me. What is it? Explain this Tucker thing. I mean, he's good and everything, but I don't get it. They sure hosed him, didn't they? Andy Carmer says, Lionel, did Dr. Drew call you and apologize to you today for his comparison of you and Bill Maher? He should have. I'll be one to voice that on next live. Well, please, he's a good guy. I think, though, Dr. Drew got the distinct impression that I'm not a big Bill Maher fan. phony. I hate a phony. You have no idea. I'm telling you. I love authenticity. I had a guy one time. We had a guy who was a radio, kind of like an exec. And some people liked it. I loved him. You know why? He said exactly what he meant. He said exactly what he meant. There was no lying. I'm so tired of lying. I'm so tired of incompetent people. I'm so tired of people who are like little children when it comes to these stars. Like, oh, I love. I'll never forget. It was Christmas time. And I said, where are you going? He said, I'm going to the Newsmax Christmas party. I said, what'd you lose a bet? What's the matter with you? No, I'm going to go. I said, are you going to meet your stars? I don't know who the hell the stars are. Oh my God. These people in their 70 years old. More. Oh my God. Who would be the person that you would meet that would be like, where you would say, I don't even know if you could sit down. Is there anybody you really want to meet to say, I really want to get. I want to meet. I don't know who it'll be. I don't know who would it be that you'd want to sit down and say, instead of saying, I'll just see what you do on stage. Because some people are very, very funny on stage. Or they're very interesting. Or they say something that's poignant. I don't know anybody yet. I'm trying to find somebody who in the past, Chesterton, please spend some time, read, just Google the G.K. Chesterton's quotes. Oh my God. Mark Twain was wonderful, and this would be somebody. I can't imagine speaking with it. Oscar Wilde. That would be. But when I hear somebody talk about Tucker, what? He got his third video. His third tweet. I love that man. What's the matter with you? I don't fit in. Wouldn't you love to be the wise good? Hi, Mr. President. It's a pleasure to meet you. Can I talk to you for a moment? Listen, I know I'm not buying all that crazy whatever. I know you're really going to be loading on the. They used to call it the Sicilian flu. Did you ever hear that one? This is when somebody's he has a prosecution and all of a sudden the guy's got a heart attack. The Sicilian flu. Oh my God. So I understand what Biden's going to be doing. If the audio tapes get real dicey, you're going to see him. I mean, okay. But I want to sit down and say, now, Joe, let me get this straight. You've been a horn dog your whole life. Same thing with your son. I mean, there's something wrong with you. I mean, you're like predatory. You really are. You're one of these people who's like, whoa. There was an old expression, it rhymes with a three-checkered goat, but it's not. So I'm going to say, so let me get this straight. This is one of the, you're into this trans stuff. Seriously? You want me, you just all of a sudden, what, you woke up one day and said, I got to do something about this. Jill, let's have them all over that. Come on, the White House. Come on. Why? Because it's something I've always wanted to do. Are you kidding me? Who's telling you to do this? The climate change, I understand that. But this, what is the matter with you? And kids? Hey, by the way, Joe, what's the name of your grandson? Your grandkid? The one you like? Yeah, guess what? You see him around here? No. If not, yeah. Guess where he is? He's with CPS. See, he went to school the other day, and he was telling the teacher that he feels like a girl, and that you and Jill didn't understand that, and that Hunter, who's gone, so they took it upon themselves to declare your child basically abused, neglected, or abandoned, and took your child away, had a court hearing, ex parte, sorry, and lo and behold, had some puberty blockers. Notice anything different? Look at your grandson now. Notice anything? Oh, you're going to see a lot different. Oh, yeah. You don't mind that, do you? You don't mind that, do you? Your grandson, yeah. No grandkids for you. We just took it upon ourselves because, it's a good thing to do. And after all, we got to... And they just passed a bill in California that basically says, you try to get in the way of a kid and the realization of gender, and they will. So, let me just say something to you, and you listen to me. And you can tell Tucker this, or Jesse Waters, or whoever the hell it is that you watch. But it's going to get so bad. You're not going to believe anything. San Francisco, Portland. New York is looking better than a lot of places. You'd be surprised. I mean, we got a Jadrul for a mayor. I understand that, but you know what? It's not that bad. San Francisco. Have you seen Kensington? It's Kensington, right? Yeah. Do yourself a favor. When you get done with me, go on YouTube. Look at Kensington, Pennsylvania, right outside of Philly. Look at this. Kensington. I want you to imagine, remember Night of the Living Dead or Death Wish? Remember Death Wish? They had, remember this terrible town where there were no police? Lawrence Fishburne was walking around with a big boombox. Come on, sucker! Remember that? All these phony, all these people had switchblades. Charles Bronson's walking around with a wildy, and they're going around like, they're doing the Jets, they're doing, West Side Story. Jerome, anyway. Look up Kensington. Just look at the videos. It's unbelievable. And I would go in, and I'm saying, all right, everybody, pick them up. Pick them up. Come on, clear them off. Take all this stuff together on the street, clear them up. Bring a big hose, hose it down, sweep people. Put them all into institutions. Get them off. Not get them the help they need. Get them off. Get them off. They're gone. You're not going to see. In Philadelphia, that's a tough town. People sleep. Not sleep. What am I saying? But something like on the ground like they're dead. They look like they were, like you want to put a chalk line. You come out of a restaurant real nice, and there they are. Just right there. You don't see that here. I don't see that here. I don't see that here. We had a heroin family outside the door, and they took a little cardboard, a little box. Like when you're a kid, you play fort, like you play a fort. They had a little fort with their pillow, and you could look inside, and they're heroin. But they didn't bother you. They just were inside. Not in Philly. Philly, they're just right there, like they're dead. It is... Kensington. Look that up. Portland. Remember Portlandia? Great show. Remember that with Fred Armisen and what's her name? I forget her name, but great theme song too. Remember Portlandia? It was really good. All nuts and nice and, artsy, fartsy and not anymore. San Francisco. My friend who's been in West Hollywood for, loved it. Left. Shootings and, it is, do you see what's happening? And it's not in New York. Oh no, it's coming soon to a theater near you. And wait until all of this new special housing shows up. They're going to come right where you are. Yeah, I can't wait. I got these people, they say, well, we live in a gated community. That's the first place they're going to come to. You're going to spread the wealth. Come on. This is ours now. Oh, by the way, any word on Black Lives Matter? No. Any word on that audit? No. Audit? No. Any word on that? No. Patrice Cullors? No. Nothing? Nothing. Anybody ever figure out what happened to Antifa? Who was Antifa? Any investigations? Nope. Any organizational? Nope. That's weird, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Anybody asking for it? Nope. Nobody. But Tucker dropped a new video today. Isn't that great? Did you see it? I'll send it to you. Oh, dear God. I don't fit in here. And something tells me you don't fit in here either. We don't belong here. Okay? And what they're doing to kids today, oh my God. Our generation's done. These poor kids, I don't even know oh dear God. Imagine these people 40 years old running the country? Dear God. All right, my friends. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to give old Trump a watch, see what he thinks. Bless his heart. Bless his heart. And don't forget to do what I said. Look up the case of David Petraeus. Look what he did. Same thing Trump did. He got probation. And the best part was, as a very wise woman friend of ours said, and Trump's the president, he can theoretically declassify things. But that's a different story. And Petraeus lied to the feds, and Petraeus took stuff home, and Petraeus did and he told his gumara stuff about Benghazi. What do you think about that? But it was all forgotten. And now he's on ABC slamming Trump. And let's see what happens with our dear friend Joe Biden with these two videos. So anyway, I've thrown a lot at you, my friends. So anyway, you have a great and a glorious night. Thank you so much for not being who you are, but what you appear to be. And you all are terrific. Please, again, right here, make sure, there we go. How media propagandists destroy America. This is the brand new thing. And YPRP, thank you so much. Guys, I'm really drunk. I drank too early. You know what? I love that honesty. And please don't drink and drive. You might hit a bump, spill your drink, the whole bit, ruin it. There's all kinds of don't drink and drive. You can tell, and different ways you can tell you shouldn't be driving. One is when you have to open the door to look at the center line. Not a good idea. Or driving like this. Not good. Not good. Don't drink and drive. All right, dear friends, have a great and glorious day. We'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, by the way, it's going to be 9 a.m., not 8 a.m. 9 a.m. Got a little business in the morning. 9 a.m., okay? Thank you so much for that. That's for you. Somebody told me there's a fellow named Drew Garabo. Is that his name? Drew Garabo? I want to get the name right. Drew Garabo. My sister was telling me about it. Ah, yes, Drew Garabo. Drew Garabo is a fine man out of Tamil. And he works with my good buddy, or I believe Mike Calta. And we're going to get into one of these contests, because I can do various, I can get a lot of different sounds out depending upon how tacky the hand is. Put some powder, you get a different, put some lubricant in your hand. Anyway, so we're going to have a challenge, Mr. Garabo, coming up real soon and coming at you. All right, friends, see you tomorrow, 9 a.m., not 8 a.m., 9 a.m. tomorrow. And until then, don't forget, the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya. Ta-ta.